Alrighty, so we are going to be using the Awakened Roxy today. I do have all of her weapons now. I did buy her Hawk Pass weapon. I actually don't really like the way that it looks without using the Hawk Pass outfit, which honestly, the outfit does look kind of cool. I want to buy it, but I also don't want to waste Hawk Pass points on it because I already have maxed out costumes, so it would kind of be a waste. But if you're unaware, her passive basically makes it to where if you crit with a human, it's going to do an additional little bit of damage, kind of like Escanor's single target card, which is pretty cool. It doesn't affect all enemies when you crit, but it does a little bit of extra damage to the one enemy that you crit on, which obviously is pretty good considering that Bond can guarantee crit with his combos. So we're going to be using this team today. It's been a while since I've used Bond without Deanne, so I'm kind of interested to see how it goes. Now that he can be used with humans, this hopefully should be kind of fun. I might have to end up forfeiting some games to make sure that I stay in Champ 2 for real players, but overall, I just want to see how it kind of works out. I really wanted to try this team before he got, extended to humans as well, but after they announced the buff and everything, I figured I might as well just wait and kind of see how it goes. I also want to revisit the Ragnarok team that I tried before he got buffed, because I think that it could actually be pretty decent considering those characters are humans. So I think there could be a lot of damage potential there. But overall, it looks like we are going to be facing a real player or getting disconnected from one. And yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I have pretty decent CC on this team. It's not as good as the previous teams that I was using. Deanne honestly just gives so much that it's kind of ridiculous. I think if we can get rid of the Roxy here first turn, I think I'll have a really good chance of taking this team down because, she does really good damage, and if, we can prevent Escanor from being able to take advantage of that passive, unfortunate. I guess that's going to happen. We're going to have to fight a bot probably, and then I'll have to forfeit against him. Alrighty, we actually did have a waiting for opponent thing for a minute there. I might actually be facing a real player here. Interesting with the Kyo. I think that's kind of cool. Interested to see how this goes for sure. Let's go for the turn 1 combo and try to get rid of Kyo if possible. The fact that this isn't a real player means that I really need to forfeit before he can, but I don't really know. I did crit there. Almost killed him with just the Pierce card on its own, so that's kind of crazy, actually. Bond doesn't have, like, the craziest crit chance of all time, which means that without using the Spike card, it's not going to be, like, a guaranteed crit, I would say, especially if you're going up against newer characters with higher stats and stuff. But overall, could be kind of interesting to say the least. Not doing a whole lot of damage here. I am willing to bet that if he doesn't kill Arthur here, he might forfeit. Not 100% sure on that, of course. So then he snipe cards. He does not kill. He disables his Bond. I should have forfeit. I knew it was coming. Oh well. There might actually be some decent people in Champion, but not so far. I haven't had great luck with it. Either way, let's do another one. Alrighty, we did have waiting for opponent. Oh no, he's gonna forfeit. No, don't waste my tickets. Here, I'll forfeit. I'll forfeit. Here, you can have it. He wins. Boom. There you go. There's my good karma for the day. Alright, I gave it a couple extra seconds so that way I could maybe make sure that I didn't go up against the same guy. We have a Fraudrin team, which is kind of interesting. I almost want to try to go for the turn 1 on Melee just to see how we can do here, because if we can crit, we might do enough extra damage, which we do crit there. So it's going to proc the passive, decent extra damage there. He does have the Tarmiel link. Honestly, that was pretty good. Like, I really like that. Mainly because the fact that Tarmiel Link normally ends up making it to where the second card, like, he heals too much after the first card most of the time, and then the second card doesn't kill sometimes. But, I don't know, it could have just been the scenario where this guy's melee might not be, like, the best. But overall, I kind of like the way that played out, gotta say. Okay, attacking into the Arthur, not a big deal. He does have Purgatory Bond in the back. I haven't seen people use Purgatory Bond in the back for quite a long time. So let's try to go for the ultimate here, and then I will slap him with a Roxy card as well. No crit. No crit, so no Roxy passive going off there. I don't think it's going to matter, though, because Roxy should finish him off with that. And then he is now in Final Flame. The biggest issue being if I kill Fraudrin now, He's gonna get his ultimate, and I can't kill him. But if he double attacks here, I should be okay, actually. I'm interested to see how much the ultimate will do. We tank that, which is really nice. Can he get me low enough to proc the relic? The big problem with Arthur is that if you use Tarmiel relic, it kind of screws you a little bit. So let's go ahead and use this. That'll kill Escanor, and then I assume Bon might live, so we'll use the level 3 Roxy card. I assume he might live. I don't know for sure. He doesn't have HP support. Never mind. He died, so it doesn't really matter. Arthur now gets the windscreen. Kind of funny. Oh, oh, okay. I forgot I was in Champ 1. I almost dropped the ball on that. Oh, we're 1 point over. That's unfortunate. Maybe we can get a real player. I'm not 100% sure. I might add another match or two on this one. Alrighty, we have a Sins team. No Bond, though, so it's going to be Melly and Escanor being the bigger threats here. Maybe, I'm not 100% sure. I kind of want to try to kill off the... it's going to be really hard to get through Deanne, though, if I don't kill her now. Let's try to go for the Deanne before she puts the stance on. I'm really happy with the turn 1 potential with this team. It's actually super nice. Just because I can almost guarantee kills without having to put on so many debuffs, which is good. So that's really, really, like, beneficial for me. I don't have to necessarily, like, stall a turn, throw out a bunch of cards I don't care about, just to try to put on extra debuffs and everything, which is kind of nice. I almost wonder if it would be better to throw a different character in the backline instead of Zeldris. But I don't, because Ragnarok Bond can't be ran with new Bond, of course, I don't know that there's a great compromise there. I can't remember. I mean, there are other characters that I could use, but I don't know that it'll necessarily work as well, you know? He disabled his melee, which is good, I guess, for me, but I'm probably going to triple attack him here. So let's just put on some stacks, and then we'll throw the card out without the Mark of Concentration. Roxy's pretty much, like, guaranteed to crit, so actually I think she killed him off by herself, which is kind of funny. Going for the Bond. Would have rather it maybe went for Escanor. We did hit 1 crit, so a little bit of extra damage there. Okay, okay. Not looking too bad. Not getting any extra Bond combos or anything, but overall, I kind of like this team, like, quite a lot, actually. I almost want to try it with Deanne instead of Arthur, but Roxy gets a little bit more support per human on the field, so it kind of, like, you're not really splitting anything by running it like this, which I think might be the better way to play it. So, either way, I think, let me try to see if I have enough for an extra ticket after this one, and then I'm going to go ahead, because this is basically, yeah, a guaranteed win here. Actually, he does have a gold card, just out of curiosity. I want to see if he can win on his own, and then I'll just forfeit so we can get back to Champ 2, and I'll try to see if I can buy another ticket. I've already used a lot of friendship coins today in, like, preparation for this, so, it was a single target, so not really that big of a deal, actually. It is going to cut down on some of our support, but I guarantee that I'm drawing my ultimate here. I'm going to be able to beat this this bot right here. So let's go ahead and forfeit. Let me see if I have a ticket. Alrighty, so I did have an extra ticket. This guy's been loading for a second or two here. I think the biggest problem is that people don't really want to fight this team, so if this guy forfeits, it's going to end up being just a lost match. Like, because it's just going to be a waste of a ticket. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with this team. It's kind of funny. Normally, like, when I'm like, oh, like, I kind of want to run, you know, geared PvP, like, I almost want to do extra matches and stuff like that sometimes to make sure that I can have a decent length on the video and everything. Like, not that I care too much about, like, how long it is, but if it's just, like, a couple of matches, sometimes it's not nearly as impressive. But this team is so fast that I really can't, like, I can't really pad out this video any more than it already is. Like, this video is, like, I've been recording for 12 minutes, and I've already done, like, this is the 6th match. He was running Evasion Food, actually, which is pretty interesting. He's also running the Trader Melee comp for damage reduction, which is pretty weird. I don't know. I mean, like, I did see Davo make a video revisiting Trader Melee on Bond, because apparently it's really hard to get through once you get some damage stacks on, or damage reduction stacks. So I'm not 100% sure how this is going to go, but let's go ahead and do the same kind of thing that we were going to do. I don't want to double attack on the Deanne, so I don't disable myself. Level 2 Flood card with Roxy. Okay, chewing through some pretty decent HP there. He has Nanashi in the back as well for extra defense-related stats, so he's really, really going hard trying to make sure that he can survive. Okay, he's going to go for the Deanne ultimate here. I have a decent setup to try to get through to her this turn, which might end up working out for me. Not 100% sure how it's going to go just yet. Is he going to... He double carded with Deanne this turn, so it's not really that big of a deal. That was a level 2 taunt that we used, so it's 2 turns. He also took his ultimate move gauge away, which is kind of a rookie mistake here. We're going to hit him with this, so that way we can try to chew through some of the Tarmio Link before Bon attacks, and we'll see how much damage we can do. So, getting some good crits in, a little bit of extra damage. He's about a little over half HP. Oh, not quite enough. Oh, but the Roxy, oh, it's so good. I'm actually so impressed. I was like, oh no, like we dropped the ball, but it actually worked out so well. Okay, this team might actually be super good. I mean, obviously some of it's going to be luck. If you do not nearly enough damage, just that little bit of extra is not going to, you know, save you. But in a scenario like that where you would have lost it, and then it does the extra damage you need, it's so satisfying actually. So that's awesome. He can't get to my Bond, which is fantastic. I don't even think he's going to be able to kill... can he kill? Oh, he can't even kill Arthur. It's fantastic. I only have a 1/6 ultimate, though. And he does have quite a few damage reductions on me, so... Or, he has few damage reduction stacks on him, and he's lowering my attack-related stats by quite a bit. So, let's just go for extra stacks on the enemies for us with Bond's passive, and then we'll just throw the ultimate out, see how it goes. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work out for us, but we'll see. They're all basically full health. Power Strike ultimate, though. Okay, yeah, he does tank that. 1/6 is not quite enough. We do get really good damage out, though, which is great. I think, depending on the cards we draw here, we could potentially follow up very nicely. There's a lot of potential for him to lifesteal back on these characters, though, which is not good. He's got a Bond combo, I assume. Yeah. We'll see. If he can get through the Arthur here, he's probably going to be able to get that ultimate off. Actually, he's attacking into the Arthur, so he loses his ultimate move gauge. Arthur kind of sick. He does get another damage reduction stack, though, which is unfortunate for me. He really has to move cards if he wants to be able to actually get the ultimates off here. I'm afraid melee might end up merging, which might be really bad for us. Let's go ahead and keep the damage reduction on, or the taunt on for us, and then we'll go for something like this. Because if we can get rid of the melee, which I'm not 100% sold that we will be able to, a little bit of lag here, it'll get rid of the damage reduction stacks, which is really good, and then we just have to worry about Bond. Ah, I think the match got disconnected. That's such an anticlimactic win. Damn. Okay, well, we're back in Champ 1. I'll have to end up losing my next match or whatever, or forfeiting against a bot or whoever, but honestly, I'm super happy with how that turned out. Such a good match. It's very, very sad that it kind of ruined it right there at the end, but I'm loving this team. This team is actually so good. I really, really enjoyed this one. So either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel or anything, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.